Real quick, peeps, I want to say that this video is sponsored by our homies over at Blazing Boost that also make a little cameo later on in the video. They offer a safe Sherpa service for Destiny 2 and over 20 other games to help you get that loot that you desperately need. They also have over 30,000 5-star reviews over on Trustpilot, reassuring you that you are in good hands. Along with that, if you want to help your boy out, make sure to use code Kree5 at checkout for a sweet little 5% off discount. So if you don't want to do LFG, hit up Blazing Boost at the top of the description for good, safe Sherpas to get that loot. All right, everybody. So I want to go ahead and take a little bit into a dive and look at some of the tidbits that we know of the Revision 0 exotic pulse rifle that we're going to be able to get on December 20th. Bring our total of exotic weapons for this season up to 3, which is pretty cool. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual information real quick. Now, one thing I want to note is that this exotic pulse rifle is actually going to have 4 exotic catalysts, which is actually pretty insane. I'd imagine this is going to be time gated though, that we could probably get each, I guess, new catalyst, a new one each week. But regardless, here's some tidbits and information. So right here, this right here, should you choose to accept it, this is obviously going to be part of the catalyst. I would assume part 1 you're going to get one of them, part 2 you get another, and so on and so forth up to part 4. Now, as for actually crafting the weapon, the hidden shape is going to be the name of the quest. As you can see, visit the exoframe and investigate an encrypted message. And the only thing where I get a little bit confused is that these other quest steps right here are literally all just, you know, basics of learning the relic. Like, that's a quest that we got at the very start of Witch Queen when the Enclave was first introduced. Same thing with, you know, shaping extracting quest and then the resin alloys quest. So like, it really looks like it's just super basic stuff, so there's no real need to look at all that part. The main stuff is, I guess you could say, these parts to the should you accept it quest. As you can see, the part 1, there's part 2 down here. If you just like read them like from in descending order, you'll see that definitely is out of order. Part 1, launch Operation Seraph Shield on Legend difficulty and find the weapon schematic. Obviously, the only operation we have at the moment is Archimedes. Then it immediately says the exact same thing to successfully obtain the catalyst. However, on these other steps, they read very simple: return to Archimedes Annex and download the cryptographic index. On the next one, right, passcode cipher that we have to decipher by completing patrols and defeating combatants on Europa, right? The next one is locate the dead drop in the Perdition Lost sector of Catamus Ridge and upload the cipher. Travel to Europa for further instructions. So as you can see, like, this is out of order for sure entirely. And then part 2 is going to take place on the moon, right? Once again, it's going to end off with completing Operation Seraph Shield. So I think that each exotic catalyst is going to begin and end in the Operation Seraph Shield on Legend difficulty. As you can see, that's where it says, once again, to obtain the weapon schematic, and then right there to fully obtain the catalyst, right? And then everything else is very, very similar to the previous steps. You know, it's nothing too crazy. You have another step to complete right there, and then once again, completing Operation Seraph Shield on Legend difficulty to successfully obtain the catalyst. Same stuff. Nothing too crazy. You're just basically going to be bouncing between lost sectors, doing Operation Seraph Shield on Legend difficulty a few times, and then going to different planets to get the different catalysts. Of course, all this information is provided by LightGG, so if you want to see all this information that I'm providing in this video, I'll leave a link to it at the top of the description, so you can go check it out for yourself if you so choose to. But that is just a rough understanding of how we're going to get the exotic weapon, which is just craft it, and then get the catalysts, all 4 of them, which each one is going to individually take place on a different planet: Europa, the moon, EDZ, and the Cosmodrome. I'd imagine that 4 weeks after December 20th, we'll have all 4 of the exotic catalysts for the Revision 0 pulse rifle. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below.